everyone, welcome back to That Budget Life / rebrand The General. I just filmed like 10 minutes worth of me talking to myself. Well, I didn't actually film it, it cut out. So I am gonna have to like double check, get up and like double check that I'm still filming. So here we are for the second refilm, and I'm sure it's not gonna be any more, put together. Anyway, it is what it is. So it has been a long time since I have been here, and I did say I was coming back, and then I never posted my video, but I have missed YouTube. I have missed you guys. I have missed this whole community. So I am excited to film this and edit it and get it out to you. You're not going to see any super edits or anything like that, because if I do shit like that, I will never get a video out. Before we get started, let's have a little drinky drink. I don't know about you, but when I spilt some of this because I just realized as I got home that I had left my front door open literally all morning. So don't mind the spillage, but I love when they do like a flat top lid. It makes it feel a little bit more bougie. Anyway, so I've already had some sips of this, but cheers. Grab your drink of choice and join me. We're going to do a cash count. I counted this. This is some of the cash I got out at the bank, plus some stuff that was in my binders that I'm redistributing and changing up. So let's see. It's also been a while, so give me grace, guys. 1, 2, 300. My new Temu calculator. What a vibe. 51, 52, 50. No, plus, my God. Oh, sorry, plus another 100 because I had already filmed and obviously didn't. Anyway, we're here, we're doing it. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. How is everyone? What are you guys up to? I haven't been watching on the tube either as much, so I haven't really seen what like everyone's doing and how everyone's going and all the things. So comment below, let me know how you're going and what you're doing and savings goals and all the things. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, 140. I'm like super paranoid that this is stopping filming, so I'm going to keep getting up from my chair and like looking. Anyway, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. 55. I think I got 600 out from the bank, so 965 altogether. I obviously had 365 in my binders still. So these are my binders. If you're an OG, you've been around for a while, you'll recognize this one. I don't know if I'm keeping this one and not this one or retiring her. I don't know what's happening, but essentially I have a few challenges and things in not the A6 personal, but just an A6. And so I'm looking at kind of my options in terms of binders. So this was my like sinking funds, my black business kind of binder. And then this was like my savings challenge, my fun like lilac. And I love the lilac, but I just don't know what I'm going to be doing. Also, we're in a little bit of a shit show because I had my original plan for my 600 is on my phone, which is what I'm filming on. And then I obviously had that extra 365 or whatever come out of my binders. So this is a bit of a hot mess express shit show, but we're just gonna roll with it. Car has 100 in here. I did just get my car serviced and all the things, although I think she's gonna need new tires somewhat soon. So, oh, I forgot to say, so I've taken out a whole bunch of, what do you call these? Envelopes. So basically we refinanced our mortgage at the end of last year. We have an offset to our mortgage that is in with a completely different bank than our everyday banking. Let me just check my cash fella is in frame. So what that means is, whilst I had a lot of sinking funds, when I first started cash budgeting, we were in a completely different sort of financial situation. Now I don't like rely on any of these sinking funds so much. I can bankroll a fair bit day to day, month to month. Yes, very privileged to be in that position. I wasn't always in that position. There was a point where I relied very heavily on our sinking funds and our cash and budgeting to the nth degree, and even like after paying groceries and all the things. So I am going to change up the way we do things. There is going to be sinking funds that I want to keep kind of cash, or I'm happy to keep cash so that I can continue to cash stuff and show like the sinking fund sort of situation. But then a lot of our sinking funds, I am just going to digitally, essentially we have one offset. I'm just going to plop like the whole amount into that offset. And I'm going to have to figure out how I want to digitally track that, whether that's something like Google Sheets or whatever. I know a few people use like Upbank and all that sort of thing, but I don't like the integration with my banking. I work for a tech company in my like day-to-day, and I am just not a huge fan of like that integration with your bank account, with like, because you have to give it permission to access your accounts essentially. I'm not a huge fan of that, and I'm too lazy to read like the data policy and all that sort of shit. So we're just gonna roll with it and see what works best. Subbies, I think I had 50 in here. I would love to get to a point where essentially I have kind of mapped out, and I might do a video about this, that certain funds like home, renos, emergency like buffer, I think it comes out to just over 30,000. And essentially I just want to build our offset is currently about half that. I want to build that to like that 30,000 and then beyond, like month ahead and all that sort of stuff. So subscriptions, I am not going to use this to pay like monthly, but I'd love to get to the point where it's kind of sitting in that offset as like a year ahead. And then, each year, like if that makes sense, we're just kind of continuing that. Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense. This is not going to be emergency. This is just that like ahead sort of situation. And I won't keep this in here for like super long term, but kind of, I guess like under $1,000 is not going to make that much difference. So 200 in this bad boy. And I am the kind of person that like, look at these. Imagine that like, with like the light and whatever. These are so pretty. I have had these $100 bills, I think for like, I don't even know, maybe 2 years now. I just like recycle them. I will never spend those. I didn't take this out. You guys, when I said it's a shit show, it's a shit show. I think what I had done, I had put 100 in 50s and then 100 in 20s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I did say in my last little iteration of this video, just checking we're still rolling, that Dozer is our current dog. He is about 7 or 8 years old now. He was a rescue. That's why I don't know exactly. They told us when we got him that he was about 2 years old. He has been with us for 5 years, or almost 6 years now. And tomorrow morning we are going to pick up a new little friend. His name is Ziggy. I'll try and pop a photo in the video. So I'm gonna have to update this envelope to say dogs, and also this is gonna be like, I guess, food and things, but also Dozer, because he was really malnourished and abused in his previous life, he has some, like, I don't know if it's mites or mange or something going on with his legs at the moment. It's pretty bad. I need to take him to the vet and see if we need some like medicated wash or he needs something. But I am going to kind of smash this because, yeah, there's just some things that I need to sort out. Anyway, 50, 1, 20, 40, 60, 82, 200. And also we feed our dogs like, not the least expensive food that you can buy. So now that we're adding another little addition, it's going to be, a little bit costly. I don't know what I had in here, but essentially I'm probably going to do the rest of the 50s. We got birthdays coming up. My daughter in July, my son in August. So that's going to be here before we know it. So 51, 50, 200. And I don't want to do like, super like expensive things, but I do really like to, and this is just a personal preference, obviously everyone is so different, like throughout the year, if my son sort of says, oh, I really want this Ninjago Lego set that's like $200, or I really want this like Bakugan or whatever he wants, I basically will start a list and make note and obviously check in with him closer to his birthday. But my kids know that pretty much, my daughter not so much because she's not like fixated on, you know, sort of toys and stuff, but my son loves like certain Lego sets and certain like different things. Which is good because he's super easy to buy for. But I will essentially try and make sure that, you know, he gets the things he wants for his birthday and then for Christmas. And then during the year, we don't get like a whole heap. He might get like a small Lego set here and there, but they really don't get a whole heap of stuff in between. Anyway, that's the sinking funds that I'm going to keep cash for now. This is going to change, right? As I like dive back into the cash sort of stuffing world. But for right now, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. Okay. Alrighty. So I got this binder from Temu. I also got one each for my kids, because I've been reflecting on like my own financial literacy journey, and you know, I have come across like big chunks of money in my lifetime and have spent them and, you know, blown it and all the things, because what I kind of learned about money was that it was stressful and it was hard to come by. My mum didn't work, my dad was self-employed, and she had a credit card for like discretionary spending, for like, you know, kids' clothes and all that sort of stuff. And every month when the credit card bill came in, dad would fly off the handle and they'd have a big argument. So we weren't taught as kids how to like divvy up the money that we made. So I remember for like holidays, like school holidays, mum would set us, you know, 4 or 5 jobs, and like I had rigorous chores like every single day. I did the dishes, all sorts of shit, like vacuum, clean our rooms, clean up after. I've siblings who are 10 years younger than me, like all the things. So on school holidays, we had some like extra jobs, like tidy all the leaves out of the pool and like shit like that. And mum would give us like $100 to go like I'm talking we're teenagers, would give us like $100 to go to the shops and like buy whatever we wanted kind of thing. But I think that whole, like we earned the money and we were given the $100, we weren't ever taught to, you know, like put aside 20% for this and save 10% of it or whatever. I wasn't taught how to do that. And I think that's why, you know, like I've struggled a lot in my adult life to get to the point where, you know, we have money where I kind of know, okay, well, we've got transfers set up for direct debits to like our mortgage and to our rates and to our power and all the things. And then to set aside like money to actually save, that has taken me literally like 30 odd years to get to that point. So I don't want my kids to be in that position. I want them to have like the best overall understanding and, you know, when they get a job, know how they should be divvying up their money, or at least kind of feel confident enough to find their own way. Anyway, I bought this. The reason I'm going to kind of, I think, change up my kind of setup is because the beautiful Lay from Budget Down Under made this, I think not last year, the year before, and like I haven't used her yet because I originally, right, like I had no clue that the Mo terms were A6 personal or whatever. And so then when I bought my cash envelopes, I don't know if you can see that, I like had to hole punch them again. Like I got them punched and then I had to hole punch them again because I didn't know the difference between A6 personal and just A6. And then when the gorgeous Lay, I messaged her to get this beautiful challenge. I didn't tell her about, like, I just forget that they're different sizes. Anyway, so it was punched for the A6. And then I refused because, I mean, seriously, look at this. Is the cutest friggin' thing ever. And when I tell you, like, this is such good quality, I just refused to repunch it. I was not going to do that. So I've just been waiting to finally get around to buying a binder that would fit. So beautiful Lay, this Loving Me challenge is so gorgeous. I just love it so, so much. And Lay does like the really like substantial trackers as well. So I got this one from her. It is phenomenal. I hope that if she ever opens up any envelope orders again, I will definitely buy. Loving me, super cute self-care. And then I also got the Fitty Challenge as well. I love that this is like, the envelopes are like this, like actual envelopes with the tracker on the front. And then also that you have a kind of cheat sheet about which envelopes are what, so that you can fill out this tracker. So 11, I've filled out one and it was a $10. So I've got $10 in this at the moment. I don't even know where my Sharpies and stuff are, so I don't even know. Let's put a 20 in, I think, today. So I don't have any others to chuck in here. Anyway, Lay from Budget Down Under, she does amazing work. Like, these are just such good quality. And then I did repunch this one because I did want to put it in my other, like my Moterm. But sorry for the shaky camera. My like tripod-y thing is not like the greatest quality. Anyway, so I'm going to use this one. I think I absolutely love the Grinch. The Grinch is my favorite, Christmas movie. My absolute fave. And I've just realized that this is actually back to front because the writing on this one is mirrored. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to use this envelope instead of this Christmas one, and I'm not even going to bother with the tracker, I don't think. I'm just going to use it as is. So 51, 52, and I think this is money from last Christmas. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, this front bit of my binder is all Lay from Budget Down Under. I absolutely love, 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 love. Absolutely love her stuff. And like, this is almost as old as my other envelopes, and like this has not come apart at all, whereas my other ones have. I know I can send them through the laminator to redo them, but anyway, I also got some of these. I've never had these little zipper pouches before. I did buy, let me show you, through where did I put it, through Temu. I thought these were going to be like the frosty, you know, envelopes, but they open at the, I bought so many of them as well, but they open at the, like the hole punch, you know, so like, I don't know, I don't like them. I do not like them. So we're not going to use those. If anyone wants them, I seriously have like so many of them. They're all exactly the same. I thought they were like the frosty ones, you know, they're like thicker, sturdier ones. Anyway, I have some zipper pouches for challenges that I'm going to use, and also I've got my prop notes from Caro Cash in here as well. I thought I would just test them out and see, because I think I want to do some challenges where maybe on my Etsy store where you have like the tracker and also like you might get a dice with it and it comes in a little zipper. I don't know, I think that's kind of cute. I had these games or challenges in my other binder and I'm going to transfer them across. This is a spring challenge from Caro Cash, but it's not spring. So I've got 20, 40, 60, 75. I think I'm going to put this in here, and I might just like, we'll play today and then I might end up having like leftover money for another game day. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to like use it all, if that makes sense. Alrighty, so in this zipper, we're going to do the Game of Life. This is one of my challenges. I need to update the branding on it so that people don't get confused, but this is one of my babies. I love her. She's only got 15. We're just going to keep, I'm going to keep like the 15 with her, you know? She can just have a little bit of a head start. And then this is also one of mine, the Cash Dash. She's got nothing in there at the moment. Another one, and I might need to update. This is 2023, so 2 years ago when I was that budget life. And we're going to put her in here. And then I do have a couple other of my own challenges that I want to use, but I don't have them on me at the moment. I might actually put my prop notes at the back. Look at all those things fall out. Oh my gosh. Anyway, The reason I'm doing that is because I've already put these in, oh, come on, in alternating zippers. So like when they're closed, they don't sit on top of each other. In this one, I might actually add in the snakes and ladders, and yes, she's been used and I don't have my magic eraser. So it is what it is, okay? It is what it is. I might even be able to just save what is on. Oh my God, I'm gonna like end up popping a zip or breaking it. Anyway. And I want to do my own whack-a-mole, I think, but I haven't printed it out. So this is, I think for whack-a-mole, we'll see. Anyway, so whilst I'm not doing a whole heap of sinking funds, I do want to do some games. And I've seen a couple of YouTube channels that have like play with me kind of games and challenges. And I think I want to do that as well. I'm just going to find what I did with the dice. Oh. All right, so I have my die and, oh, what else do I need? A Sharpie. I don't know where my lilac Sharpie is. So we've got pink today. And I don't have a magic eraser, so if I make a mistake, it's a little bit of bad luck. Alrighty, so we've got Plinko. Plinko is pretty popular actually. And essentially what you do is you roll a die and you kind of work your way through like down, kind of like a pinball. And then whatever you land on, you save essentially. But you could even do, like if I rolled a 2, you know, 1 week that would be 20, and then if I rolled a 6 that week would be 15, or whatever you want to do. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to make my way down the Plinko, I think. Actually, I think I lie. Let's do week by week. Let's do 1. So 20 in Plinko today. I could do more probably, but like I've got a fair bit here. Should we do 1 more? Yeah, let's do it. Sorry about all the, oh, straight underneath, another 20. Sorry about all the, you know, accents and things. I just get a bit, I don't even know, just a special human. My ADHD girlies will understand. There we go. Plinko. I don't think I said in this one, I think I said when I was trying to record last that I have had a rebrand. So anyone who has been around for a little while will know me as that Budget Life. That's what's on all my challenges at the moment. But I've had a rebrand to the General on Etsy and over here on YouTube because of my ADHD. I think I felt like that Budget Life was kind of niche and, you know, that I couldn't kind of branch out, and my Etsy store had to all be kind of the same things. So the General is my way of helping myself feel like I can, you know, have bookish products and budgeting things and other things, and I don't have to stick within one kind of niche. It's been good, but it's also been like a little detrimental because essentially anyone who had my challenges, I know Power Up is quite popular, and there's a couple of YouTubers who use my Power Up challenge, and because it says that Budget Life on it, that's like they put their my link in their description as my old, like that Budget Life, which I'm so appreciative of. It's seriously so cool. But then the link doesn't work anymore because I have changed my Etsy store as well as my YouTube. So I mean, that's fine. It's just, you know, the things that happen, like I guess the consequences of decisions like that when you don't necessarily think about it. Anyway, it is what it is. All right, the game of life, Save for Life, sorry. I love this one. And essentially, I usually just either start from here or start from the bottom, and I roll and I kind of work my way through. You can kind of just go one by one, or you can do like seriously whatever you want to do. It's really flexible. I try to make my challenges really flexible because I know everyone likes, you know, different things. Okay, so 4, we're going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. the number of books read. I don't know off the top of my head. I think this year I'm up to, I'm going to say like 8 or 9. Let's do 10. I think. If I check and it's more, I'll add more, okay? Don't stress. Don't stress. 2. 1, 2. Number of pets. I mean, I've got 1 at the moment. As of tomorrow, I'll have 2. I'm going to round up. I tend to round up because I have enough to, you know, to do that. If you don't, then you could use coins, especially with these zipper. The one good thing I can see about these zipper pouches is you can put coins in. I don't get coins out. I don't want to mess with that. I don't care enough, but yeah. 1, 2, 3. The number rolled plus 2. That's another 5. We might go the full way through this board. I didn't mark that off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sum of my house number. So my house number is 62. So that's 8. My kind of closest is 10. I love these little dice. Aren't they so cute? It's so super cute. Okay, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back to 1, 2. So the number rolled plus 5. 5 and 5 is another 10. And again, you could just do 1 turn of this, right? Like you don't have to go all the way through like I am. 1, 2, 3. Double the number rolled, which is 6. And again, I'm going to use a 10 because we might as well. 3. 1, 2, 3. Number of jobs I have ever held. Oh God, I don't even know. Okay, let me count. My first job was Macca's. It was actually one of the best jobs I've ever had. And then I worked for QRI, and then I worked for my grandparents, and then I did some tutoring. I actually did tutoring at 2 places. Then I worked with the long daycare, and then after that I have worked in a school as a classroom teacher. I've also done relief. I'm not going to count each school, I don't think, because I was classroom teacher like in all of those roles, but I'll count school and relief teaching, and then professional learning consultant, 9. So let's do another 10 because why not? All right, I reckon we'll get one more roll. Yeah, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this one just for shits and giggles. Again, if you've been around for a while, you know I'm a swearer. I apologize if that's not your thing. This may not be the channel for you. I am an August baby, so May, June, July, August, $5. All right, that was a good run. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 65. Oh my God, sorry, you guys, I didn't count that. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, 75, 80. $80 in Save for Life. From 15 to 80, that was a nice little saving. A nice little run. I know that like these ones can get, you know, marks on them, and I don't like the vibe of that. So hopefully that's dry enough. And then we're gonna do Cash Dash. We might go the full way around this as well. Who knows? I think before we do that, actually, I think with Snakes and Ladders, I'm just gonna put in what was already marked off. So we have 20, 30, 45. 40. Oh my goodness. 45. Just because I'm being lazy and I don't have my little magic eraser to erase it, and I can't be bothered going over the top of it, you know. Oh, there we go. Snakes and Ladders. All right, let's go back to Cash Dash. So again, same as like Save for Life. I start and I go around. I might do 1 roll. I might do 2. I might go all the way around. Kind of depends. If we get flip a coin, I don't have my iPad or my phone on me, so I don't know what we're going to do for that. We're probably just going to choose an amount and see where we get to. All right, we're starting here. Oh, that was a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course the bloody first thing. Let's do pretend it was heads and do 10, because why not? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll again. Number on the die times 2. 4 times 2. Let's do a 10, and let's do, actually, sorry. I think when I can't even play my own game, guys. I think what I meant was, no, let's just roll again. 5. That's a 10 for the double, like number on dice times 2. And let's roll again to keep going. So we have hit here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Says add $5. 1, your choice. Let's do a 10. Why not? You only live once, you know. Make the most of your games while you're playing them. She acts all bougie this week, but next week will be a different story. 1, 2, 3. Smack on the last square, and it is add another 5. So cash dash, 10, 20, 30, 45, 50. A nice even $50. I really love making challenges that suit like all budgets. So whether you can't do more than one roll, or even if you got this and you can't do the $10, maybe you halve it. If you want to, you could double every amount. Could be 20 and 10s. Like whatever you want to do. I keep them to whole dollar like note amounts, because in Australia we don't have $1 notes. So that's why they're in 5s and 10s as the lowest denominations. If you want a version of this that has like $1 and $2, just let me know. I just don't personally budget with coins. I don't have coins in, and like I could with the zippers, but I don't really want to. So that is where we're at. So we had a good run. We saved 40 in Plinko. Save for life. I mean, I can't even remember what they were, to be honest. I think this was close to 100. Was it 85, 50, and 40? No. Yeah, 45. Okay. All right, let's see how much we have left. I might save that for the next game day, because we never know. Kayla could be not sitting pretty in this position, and I'm going to keep it in this envelope anyway. Just checking we're still on. All right, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 5, 75, 85, 90, almost 100. Not too bad, not too bad. Comment down below your favorite savings challenge game, whether it's mine or somebody else's. I just love having a sneak peek at everyone's stuff and seeing what is out there. I feel like this isn't gonna last long before it's too chunky. And I don't know. I didn't feel like I was gonna like this kind of binder, but I'm kind of liking it. I kind of love it. The other thing I got from Temu, and I don't know how good these are, were these scratch off stickers. So let's try one out. I have a printed version of one of my savings challenges. I don't know where the end of this is. How annoying. Anyway, let's just take one off, guys. This is real life struggles in the life of Kayla. Oh, I don't know how sticky that's gonna be. Will that fit in there? No, of course not. All right, let's stick it down, because I was thinking of doing some scratch off savings challenges. Give me one sec. I had to go get a coin. Do you know what I really want to get, if this works? One of those like scratchy tool things. Anyway, here we are. Let's see. Oh, we might be on. Oops. You're gonna have to stick it down like well, because otherwise I think, yeah, like that bit. But that bit wasn't very sticky, because it was like overlapping on the like sticky bit, if that makes any sense. Wow, I am actually, for something that came from Temu, Might need to get one of those desk things as well. That held up pretty well. And then you could just take them off and do your... That's pretty cool. I am way more impressed by that than I thought I was going to be. All right, so if you have any ideas for scratch off challenges, or if you know when I could get one of those, you know, the long scratchy tools, like it's like a pen, but it has a little wedge thing down the bottom that you can scratch off with, let me know. They are not too bad. I might have a play around with some challenges that, yeah, they're way better than I thought they were going to be. Interesting. I also got my little dice for those challenges that I think are gonna, I might get like a zipper pouch, a die, and the challenge in it. Cute. Anyway, let me know below if you have any requests, any interests, loves, wants, desires, any of the things. If anyone wants to know what the code of these are, actually, I don't think it's on there. Anyway, they are way better than I thought. So if you're another creator and you want scratch offs, I don't know, Teamy ones seem okay. All right, thanks so much for joining me, guys. I appreciate you. I am so glad to be back. Hopefully this is enjoyable. Sorry about the dumpster fire. Next week, I hope we're or next fortnight. I don't know what my posting schedule is going to be like. But yeah, I hope that it's a little bit more put together. Love you, appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I can't wait to see you succeed in all of your savings goals. Bye.